Hi all, Lena here. I'm the Russia Team Deputy Lead at ISW, and today I'm going to talk about the January 3rd prisoner of war, or POW, swap between Russia and Ukraine and why its timing is particularly noteworthy. Yesterday, on January 3rd, Russia and Ukraine conducted the largest POW exchange of the war to date, and the first exchange since August 2023. Ukrainian officials confirmed that over 230 Ukrainian personnel returned to Ukraine, including personnel who had been in Russian captivity for over 2 years. The Russian Ministry of Defense confirmed the return of 248 Russian military personnel and thanked the United Arab Emirates for its role in mediating the deal. The timing of the largest POW exchange of the war, and the first in nearly 5 months, is interesting following a reported Moscow-led freeze on POW exchanges in the last few months of 2023. There have recently been several high-profile incidents wherein Russian forces in Ukraine appear to be operating in violation of the Geneva Convention on the treatment of POWs. Firstly, Russian state media confirmed that Russia recently officially deployed the Bogdan Khmelnytsky Battalion, partially formed from former Ukrainian POWs, to active combat in Donetsk Oblast. The Geneva Convention on POWs prohibits the use of POWs in military activities on the side of the power that has captured them, and states that, quote, no POW may at any time be sent or detained in areas where he may be exposed to fire of the combat zone, end quote, and should not be, quote, employed on labor which is unhealthy or of a dangerous nature. So the use of the Bogdan Khmelnytsky Battalion in and out of itself is an apparent violation of the Geneva Convention. Secondly, Ukrainian drone footage published by Radio Free Europe on December 13th shows Russian forces in western Zaporizhzhia Oblast apparently using unarmed Ukrainian POWs as human shields and killing one of the POWs as they tried to run away. The Geneva Convention prohibits the use of protected persons as human shields to protect against attacks or prevent reprisals during an offensive, and POWs are specifically classified as protected persons under international law. And finally, Ukrainian drone footage published on December 7th shows Russian forces in western Zaporizhzhia Oblast shooting unarmed Ukrainian POWs at point-blank range, in apparent violation of Article 3 of the Geneva Convention on POWs. The recent incidents of the abuse of POWs likely implicate elements of the now notorious 76 Guards VDV, or Airborne Division, which has become notorious for its roles in war crimes in Bucha in the early stages of the war. Ukrainian officials identified the Russian servicemen in the drone footage as soldiers of the 76th VDV's Division 234th Guards Air Assault Regiment, which various independent investigations previously identified as a participant in deliberate massacres of civilians in Bucha in early 2022. The exact composition of the 234th VDV Regiment has likely changed since the massacres at Bucha, but the continued participation of this regiment in apparent war crimes suggests that the wider VDV command may be encouraging, or at least not actively working to prevent, such practices as part of its modus operandi. The Russian leadership may have chosen to engage in such a large POW exchange over the backdrop of such high-profile abuses of Ukrainian POWs to undermine reports of Russian abuses of Ukrainian POWs and posture Russia as interested in operating within the bounds of international laws and norms. ISW has frequently assessed that senior Russian officials are often very invested in portraying Russia as adhering to humanitarian and legal guidelines, and the timing of this POW exchange might be part of this wider informational effort. That's all for me today. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time.